Hey Pisces, what's going on? Welcome back for a weekly reading. I don't know why I'm sing-songing. You're okay. I know I am. Your meditation. I just realized it. So your meditation, that song, celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate, yeah. There's a party going on right here. But they're showing me all these legs kicking and dancing and doing line dances. They're saying it's going to be a lot of fun. There's some type of good celebration coming. It's awesome. I like it. Okay, this is saying commit to this next stage in your development and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. Oh my goodness. This this is a declaration from someone I just heard. Someone is saying this. If you commit to this next stage that you are in right now, so commit to the things that your spirit team has been asking you to commit to. Committing to those things, the new things. You do that, and this is a guaranteed promise that something is coming to fruition for you. It's your commitment that makes this. It's your lack of commitment that takes it away. It's nothing to do with somebody else not wanting to offer it to you, Pisces. It's nothing to do with that. It is you committing to whatever it is you need to commit to in order to have the offer. See how that just got out of focus? You see that 44 on the clock? It's like things have been out of focus for you because there's been a lot of new wonderful things that's been happening for you, unfolding for you, and it feels like there's been a waiting period where you're waiting on something to come to you. But what Source is saying is right now, they want you to commit to the things you need to commit to so that that other person can come to you. They want to. Man, do they want to. They do. You're having a breakthrough. All right, you've had a lot of twists and turns that you've had to navigate, of course, but you've been doing it with elegance. Your resilience has been top notch. I mean, it's been beautiful. This all came out, so let me put it back, okay? They want you to let your passion, they wanted the top one. They want you to let your passion guide you this week. This week, they want you to commit to your passions. That's where you're going to have your breakthrough. The thing that feels good to you, it's creative. It's creative. It's very, very creative. You haven't even, I can't even say you've scratched the surface because there's not even a scratch in the surface of whatever it is that you need to commit to. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a judgment on your part. It's just that's all you need to do. All of this worrying could go away if you would commit to this. All of this like grasping at straws and feeling like you can't get ahead goes away when you commit to this. And that's what Source is wanting you to focus on this week, is that commitment. They normally don't have me. I have something here. I have vet right here, but I also have vent right here. You see that? V-E-N-T. I have vent. I have the letter N on breakthrough. And then look, I have job all right here. So this is something to do with your finances. This is something to do with you committing to something that's going to increase your finances. Excuse me. I also have hone in. So hone in on what you need to commit to this week. And it feels like it's pretty different than what you're typically used to doing. I have the letter F here that seems significant. Fin. Whatever. I just heard let your freak flag fly this week. This is interesting. I have hay right here, and it's interesting because in your meditation I saw hay. I saw a farm. or a lot of land, but I did see hay. And now I have hay here. So someone, either you live on a farm or maybe you want to move to a farm. Something about a farm being significant. Maybe you're going to be purchasing a home, on a farm. I also just heard you're moving somewhere with milder weather. You think it's like somewhere where you think you're moving, you're actually going somewhere different. The weather is going to be much milder for you, and that's a huge surprise. They're saying where you think you're going is not where you're going at all. You're going somewhere much better suited for you. That's funny. Even if it is tied to career, it's almost like you don't have to live in that state to work at that job. I have key here. So I have key. I told you something about a house. Okay. What? Okay. I have Becky altogether. Becca, Becky. This is a name. Ronaldo. Maybe you go by Ren or something. Rue, Ren. This is interesting. I had vent before as VENT, but look, now I have VINT. No, now I have work altogether. Okay. Oh, that was an H. I'm sorry. I thought it was a K. But here is a K by itself. Work. So you have work, you had job. I have John here. I have Johnny. There's somebody that's interesting. Joni or Jonah. I just heard somebody here who's crippled, unable to walk, is going to be able to get right up out of that wheelchair and walk soon. They're tapping my right shoulder, so masculine. Yeah, I don't know. That's all they're giving me. I have art right here, ART. This is what they want you to commit to. Things that are artistic in nature. It's what your new career is going to be about. So why are you not doing it? That's what your new career is going to be about. The meat of what you're doing is something artistic. And they want you focusing on that. And when you do, that's when your breakthrough comes through. I don't... Okay. I also just heard the name Ben. I also... Oh, I have torque right here. That's interesting. I just heard you're gonna be getting a new vehicle with a lot of torque. And then torque was right there. Oh, I love it when they do that. Tammy or Tamra. Angle? Something about angle being significant? Angle? Not angle. Angle. ENGEL. Something like that. Okay. Interesting. So focus on, commit to that this week. Commit to the things that source has been showing you you're going to need to know how to do. And don't beat yourself up. Slow and steady wins the race. All right. Don't look at it like a big mountain that you can't overcome. Like, get into the detail of it and just start plugging away at it. It's not something you need to make a big deal out of. Wealth and haystack. Karma. You're going to reap what you've sown. This is what I'm saying. You've already done all of the painful, heavy lifting of healing. So now do the fun lifting of getting excited and passionate and doing something artistic that's going to bring in a lot of money for you. They don't want these. Oh, they want these. That's weird. It's a weird deck for them to want in this reading. Why do you want this? Cat wanted to come out and I didn't do it. Hold on. Travel's involved. Okay. And you know what? I saw the travel card. Where did I just see that? I just saw a travel card. Do you see how those just fell out right on the ain't shit card? You see that? There's somebody around you who looks like they are hustling, who looks like they are in boss energy. They portray themselves like that, but they really aren't. All right, they're struggling big time. And it's almost like they want you to show some grace to this person and be kind to them. Don't get jealous about them presenting themselves like this, because maybe you feel like it feels like you've been a little stuck. You're ready for this breakthrough. You know, you see how this look is on her face? She doesn't look very happy right there. She's wanting that breakthrough. And that's what I'm getting here is you focusing on something artistic, something to do with a new path that source is trying to lead you to, that's going to make you lots of money and make you very happy while you're doing it. They don't want you focusing on, like, you focusing on this person. Are you focusing on a commitment in a relationship at all right now? Isn't what's going to serve you. This person who's got stuff going on, there's a lot of problems happening over here. They're hearing a lot. What I heard is they're hearing a lot of no's in whatever respect, whether it's through work, being boss daddy, whether it's through work and they're trying to hustle, they're not getting very far in whatever it is they're doing. Like they have a couple breakthroughs and they think they're on top of the world, but then they get hit with 100 no's and it's really knocking their confidence. So things are not going as well for them as you may think. They want you to focus on travel. Just know that you're going to be traveling for this new career. Yeah, look, and that was flicked. Do you see when the cards come out for me? They come out exactly where they need to come out. So this is telling me, though, the way those flew out over there tells me that these all need to go here, and it's a story. So we have wasting time, broke ass, marrying for money, carless, reflecting. Source has been playing a little game with this person. So here's the thing. This person's over here hustling, not really getting anywhere. Ain't shit. You got the ain't shit card. Not really getting anywhere. But somehow they see you happy and they don't understand why. And they're like, I don't know why Pisces so happy. They're not doing anything. They don't have any money. Maybe you don't have a car. Maybe they think that maybe they're looking at you like they're just waiting for the right person to sucker. They're just waiting for the right person that they could sucker and weasel their way into their life so that they can have money because they don't have anything going for them. And the whole time that they're making these, because they're stressed out. This is what's going on. There's someone here who tries to look like they're a boss, who hustles and does everything that they can, but they keep getting hit with a lot of no's. While you look happy, and they can't figure out why you look happy, because on the outside, things don't match up with your happiness. They don't understand why you feel as happy as you do when to them it looks like you're just wasting your time, that you're waiting for somebody to get you out of a situation because you don't have any money. So they think that you're just waiting for the perfect person to marry for money. They see you struggling because you don't have the assets that they think you should have. But the truth is, you're doing this. You're over here reflecting. You're over here reflecting on this stuff. And you're reflecting on the fact that you recognize the energy that this person's in. So while they're over here throwing this judgment, you're learning about this judgment through readings, through source, through your intuition, your ancestors. And they want you to know everything that this person's judging you for right now. Why everything they're judging you for, they're going to go through themselves. Have you ever said, they just tapped my right calf, so a masculine energy. So they're going to be in a position where they become very broke, where they look like they're wasting time, where they want to marry for money, where they may possibly lose some assets, and it's going to cause them to reflect. So while you're over here being happy, looking like you have nothing, that's when you get everything. You're over here happy, being creative, being artistic, breaking through things that you didn't even know were things you needed to break through when you were in this energy, because there was a time when you were in this energy, but you've worked your way out of that energy, and this person hasn't done it yet, so they can't see the light the way that you see the light. They're going to realize they can't action their way out of a bad energy. They've got to recognize that no matter how hard they work, they're going to hear those no's, but they've got to learn how to handle those no's better. And I don't feel like that they are. Look, and once you back at the bottom, I guess they're going to want you back, because that's what you don't see coming. Legal issues, and it came out over here. Child services and legal issues. Okay. Bad karma. So I feel like this person, because that was that pile for this person was over here, and it all flew right over here. So this person is going to be going through some legal issues, possibly child services, and it's the bad karma they're receiving for things that they've done. So while I don't know, that card, yeah, wolf in sheep's clothing, is something this person's done behind your back is coming to light. Oh God, yeah. It's coming to light, and there's going to be information that you're going to find out. 7 and 10 may be significant. That you're going to find out, and it's going to cause this person who's been judging you and looking at you that way to receive their bad karma, and they are getting blocked. So while they're out there trying to hustle and make that money and look like boss daddy, this is what they don't see coming. This is nothing. This is not you. So don't be afraid about that. This is not you. This is source letting you know that this person who's kind of had a thumb on you, who's made you feel unworthy, who you kind of felt inferior to and maybe afraid to take action because of the energy that the emotional damage that was done. That's changing. Yeah. Because of their bad habits. Look at this. Something's coming out. There's some type of evidence coming out. My light just flickered. There's some type of evidence coming out about this boss daddy energy who's a wolf in sheep's clothing, somebody who's done some pretty harsh things with some drugs, addictions, some type of bad behavior that they've done, and they're at risk for losing their child because of it. This is not you, and they want me to make sure you understand that. You're seeing this card. Yeah. And this is what this energy is doing. That boss daddy energy, this is why this is happening. This is why sources open up this can of whoop ass on them and bringing this to block them, because they're a spiritual hater. They're somebody who wants to block your wealth. They want to block the things that you have going on. They're watching you and spying on your social media. They're paying attention to the things that you're doing. And they're going to try to act like they're into, it's like they're into you. They're into you, but they're also angry with you. You know what I mean? They're jealous. And it's because they're jealous. They're jealous that you made something out of nothing, and they're over there here busting their ass. It's like something that you do really upsets them, because it's like you're making a lot of money doing very little work. And if you're not yet, that's what you're going to be doing. Making a lot of money with very little work, where they're busting their ass and getting a lot of no's. And that's why they're struggling so much. And so they're stressed out. They're not dealing well. They're escaping the stress from their days, and they're about to reap some bad karma for that. There's some type of evidence that's going to come out that's going to benefit you and block you. And maybe you have a child with this person, with child services here, and that being significant to this being your energy and this being theirs. Yeah, so that means that something's going in your favor. Oh my goodness, I knew this was going to be freaking juicy. That was really an offer. It fell out, a freaking offer, and it fell out right on the fake account. You may receive an offer from a fake account that's actually this person. They want you to keep your distance from this individual, and not just them. They just want you to not tell people what you have going on at this time. Yeah, you're unfazed by this. You see how this wolf in sheep's clothing is like, there's this wolf in sheep's clothing card is facing the fake accounts, the social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the offer. It's a offer, and you're unfazed by the offer. It's not something that you want, and it's going to really upset this person. They don't want you telling them anything you have going on. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. And it's almost like they're going to be in a position somehow where they don't want you doing this like conversation stuff with this person right now. They want you to keep it pretty like, not not curt in a mean way. Just be short. Don't engage in conversation with this person. They will try to engage you, but they're asking you to not engage with information. So this person may say something like, and I'm just using this as an example. Oh, I was at the gym the other day and I saw so and so, and it like, I remembered this situation that, and they bring this situation up, and really none of this actually happened. They didn't see this person at the gym. This problem really didn't arise. They only made up this fabricated scenario because they know that you've been through something similar, and they want more detail about what you've been through. So they fabricate a scenario to get information out of you. And it's like almost like they're recording the conversation. Be careful around this person. It's like they record you a lot more than you know. And it's interesting because they haven't been able to get anything. That's the best part. They haven't been able, from side hustle to success story. Look, that's what you're doing. Something that looks like a side hustle right now is turning into a massive success story. And that's why this individual is feeling very threatened by you. All of a sudden, they're starting to have chemistry towards you, feelings towards you again. But it's like they don't like who you've become with the spirituality. Well, you know what? Screw them. But anyway, they do want you. Don't engage. They don't want you talking about anything that happened in the past. They don't want you talking about anything you have going on now. They don't want you mentioning your friends' names. They don't want you mentioning places that you go. They don't want you mentioning anything. They want you to keep, if you have a child with this person, since that came out, keep it strictly about the child. Only talk about the child, and that's it. Because I feel like this child is already goosing you up and making you look like this really great person to this boss daddy energy, and it pisses them off. Almost like, why wasn't Pisces like that when we were together? That's what I'm hearing. Why wasn't Pisces like that when we were together? Well, row on you, whoever you are. Who cares? What should you do? What should you do? Well, it was already clear in the beginning of the reading. Commit, cut them off. You see that? This is how they want you to treat that energy. Like, in your mind and in your life, they want you focusing on, look, she's even using her hands. So maybe you're somebody, this, quite literally somebody who wants to garden, somebody who wants to start growing a garden, somebody who wants to plant flowers just to make it look nicer. But what they're giving me here is she's focusing on the beautiful things. She's focusing on the things that are growing and blossoming. She's not focusing on the people from the past. These are dead to her, right? And they're tapping my right calf again. So it's like masculine energy. There's something really strong with masculine energy. Take it like, and take it as it resonates, okay? I am a female, but I am masculine dominant. I'm masculine dominant in my birth chart. So it doesn't mean that it has to be male female. Yeah. They want you to listen to your intuition. Listen to what they're saying to you, because source is giving you the answers through your intuition regarding the toxicity of this person. And right now, that is just something you are going to have to trust. It's, you don't need to see the evidence of it, because if there is evidence that's being gathered for your benefit, do you really want to be the person that's around them while they're doing this, while they're getting, somebody else is getting that evidence for you? You don't need to get this evidence. All right, this is what they want you focusing on. Let them focus on you, because while this person's focusing on you and becoming really addicted to your energy and becoming, toxic and smoking and drinking and pill popping or whatever, needles, whatever it is that they're doing. I'm seeing substance like powders being snorted, or not even a powder, like a crystal? What? I don't know. It looks like a crystal. I don't know what that means. but I'm seeing somebody snorting that. Anyway, my light just flickered. What is that? Meth. There it is. Okay. So it's like there's thing you don't want to be, if somebody's getting that evidence for you of this person doing those types of things, you don't need to be in their energy, because then when somebody gets that evidence, what if you're there? You see, source has been protecting you from knowing these things. Source has been protecting you from being a part of these things, because they don't want you being involved in this. They want you being curious. They want you to get curious and go after commit to those passionate projects, those artistic endeavors with like reckless abandon is what they're saying. They want you to be so hyper focused on this that everything else around you just seems to fall apart, because you're just enjoying yourself too much doing this. That's what they really want you to do. Just enjoy yourself so much, trying new things and getting involved and using your hands and listening to your intuition when it comes to this person. They're not they're not bringing this up to you because there's more for you to heal and keep like beating a dead horse. They're not bringing it up to you for that reason. They're bringing it up to you to let you know what this person's, like, what their energy is in, that they're stalking you, what their intentions are, so that when they do come towards you, you are prepared to say no and be unfazed and unbothered by what it is. They're tapping my right calf again, the masculine energy. So when the action is taken on this person's part to come towards you with that dirty offer, they just want to make sure that you listen to your intuition and those messages, and keep those in the forefront of your mind when this person come towards you. Because they're not going to come towards you they're not going to come towards you looking like this. They're not going to come towards you looking desperate. They're not going to come towards you like looking elusive. They're going to come towards you looking like that boss daddy. Male or female, wherever it was. Dang it. Okay, well, you guys saw that boss daddy card. All right. They're going to come towards you looking like that. Like a king of wands or a queen of wands. They're going to come towards you looking, I just heard looking good, smelling good, playful, flirtatious, talking about, like, although they're a spiritual hater, it's almost like they're going to be talking about things that are plug words for you, like buzzwords. Don't engage. Although, all that, oh my God, that's so important. That is so important for you to hear right now, Pisces. They're going to, because you may be doing, maybe you're doing tarot or something. because you're doing something and making money at it that's spiritual in nature, and they think you're making a lot of money doing a little bit of work, is what they're thinking, okay? So they want a piece of that pie, and they want to know how you do what you do. So they're going to give you buzzwords and say things, or maybe send you things that make you think that they're interested in the same things as you. And it's just, and they're playing you, they're manipulating you. And it sucks that that's happening because you don't deserve it. But Source is letting you know right now what they're doing so that you're not like, oh yeah, and you're telling them what you learned about, zodiac or astrology or spirituality or law of attraction. You're not just giving them all of this information like an open book that they're going to take in, they're going to utilize and use against you somehow. Whether it's putting up on a fake channel and just mocking, just mimicking whatever it is you say and do and what you say to them personally, whatever it is, they don't want you. They're going to try to excite you by giving you buzzwords of things that they know you're interested in because they've been watching you. That's what it is. They don't want you engaging in that. You can get excited about it, but don't get excited about it with that person. Not that person at all, okay? Nope, nope, nope. You have a new connection coming your way that's going to be much more valuable, that where you're going to be free to be yourself around people who actually do want to hear what you have to say without having an ulterior motive. You're going to be and this person that's coming towards you is stable. This person coming towards you is well, like, well off, well to do, but also really good with money. They have very good spending habits and saving habits, and it's like they know how to run a business very well. It's a well oiled machine. Okay. I love you very much, Pisces. I'll see you in the next one.